guys, this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for Guardians of the Galaxy issue 13. Before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a little update. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 41, and that is a show where I review all the comics I've read this week in one show. And here are those exclusive comics. We got Furious issue 3, The Bunker issue 2, Hawkeye issue 18, Rogue's Rebellion issue 6, which is the last issue, Hellboy 20th Anniversary Special, Flash issue 29, The Wake issue 7, Marvel Knights X-Men issue 5, which was finally the last issue. Did I say that? And then Red Lanterns issue 29, and that's all the exclusive comics. So yeah, go check out Comic Uno episode 41 if you want to check that out. It'll be annotated. And here is Guardians of the Galaxy issue 13. So who is this person glowing? Is it the Phoenix again? Is it Jean Grey? We will find out. And one thing I was really excited for is Sara Pichelli's art on this book. It's back for Guardians of the Galaxy because they were doing the artist for all new X-Men and Scene for the rest of the arc, but now it's Pichelli's art again. And I love her art, especially with the Ultimate series, but it works for Guardians of the Galaxy a lot too. So really cool cover, and even though I haven't been loving Trials of Jean Grey, I want to see how it ended. I feel Trials of Jean Grey was a little bit of a weak one. There wasn't really a trial that much, but we'll see if this issue makes up for it. So, in this issue, we get to see that Jean, from the last issue, said, "I'm guilty." But then she twisted it around and said, "Hey, I think we're all guilty. Yeah, maybe on the face that haunts you, but we're all guilty that we couldn't defeat the Phoenix. It's a natural force that we couldn't defeat." So she pretty much pins on everybody, and she gets pretty angry, and she becomes something else. She has this new psychic power. She's able to defeat Kid Gladiator's father, which I can't think of his name right now, so I'm just going to call him Kid Gladiator's father. So we get to see him defeated, and he backs off, mostly because of Peter Quill's father. If he didn't back off, then they probably would have some problems. They go away, the whole trial's over, and Cyclops makes a decision to go with his father instead of the group, which is why we have a Cyclops series coming out, which I don't know if I'm going to get. Maybe I'll get the first issue to try, but because I'm getting so many X-Men series anyways. And now Jean's very upset. Jean thinks she could control these powers, but now that she's upset, the power is starting to come out a little bit, which I want to show you. And that's the end of the issue. And I gotta say, I really, really enjoyed this issue. This was definitely a contender for Pick of the Week. There was 3 issues that came out this week that really were back-to-back. Could have been Pick of the Week. Maybe it was a different week. It could have been Pick of the Week. And this was one of the issues that I really, really enjoyed reading. Loved the art. I thought there was a really cool twist with Jean Grey's character, which who knew there could be more twists with that character. Loved the art. I think the art is what really made it great, that twist, which I want to show you a really cool scene. Just her being all purple and glowy because she's using both powers at the same time. We see maybe the past Jean Grey could be stronger than the Jean Grey we know that obviously passed away years ago. So I really was intrigued with this whole issue. I think it ended really well. The first issue was great for Trials of Jean Grey. The last issue was great. The middle wasn't. I think in the end she says, "Hey, I can control these powers," but you could tell, again, with Sara Pichelli's art, that she doesn't quite mean that, especially in the end when she doesn't have her anchor, which I would say is Cyclops. She kind of loses it. So will this new power be like the Phoenix? Could she control it? Or is it just another growth of her powers that she's going to have to get used to controlling? I think that's going to be really interesting throughout the whole series, and obviously in all new X-Men. And I'm looking forward to it. I really did like this issue a lot. Really great issue. If you're a Jean Grey fan, I think you're going to love this. And for me, I'm a Jean Grey fan, so I really did enjoy this issue. And I think it ended really well. And I also like the little Peter and Kitty moment. We can ship Kitty with anybody now, right, guys? But yeah, the whole Peter Kitty thing is like, yeah, you could call me anytime. It didn't come out from left field either. I thought it felt really good with those two relationship, even though it would have felt out of left field maybe with the different wording. But I thought it was a really cute moment for those two. So hopefully we'll see more Peter and Kitty in the future. Kitty just loves her Peters. I don't know. But yeah, I really like this. Hopefully we'll get to see the X-Men team up with the Guardians again, maybe in a less cluttered way, because that was a complaint with Trials of Jean Grey, a little bit too many people at once. But I think they were able to balance it a lot in this issue, but that was mostly because it focused more on the X-Men than it did the Guardians, which is weird because this is the Guardians issue and they're ending it with the Guardians issue, but whatever, that's a whole different story. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I'm going to give it 4.5. I would have given it 5 stars, but I have read better issues of All New X-Men. But this is pretty great stuff. Again, almost my pick of the week, and I'm gonna give it 4.5. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please tell me in the comments below what you thought about this issue and this Comic Uno. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rant Situations. And don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.